Hi guys, it's Sam, and I'm here today with a tag. Today I'm here to do the book combo tag. I was tagged by the lovely Rayleen from Padfootandprongs, and the tag creator was Jesse from JesseTheReader. Let us get started on this tag, because tags are fun. So the first question is, what two authors would you like to see put their writing skills together to write a book? Now this is a tricky one. This is a tricky one. I'm gonna go with what has to be one of the most random pairings ever, but I think it would be awesome. That is Robin Hobb and Gail Carriger. I know it seems like the most random combo ever, but seriously, it would be awesome. Just fantastic. There'd be so much sass, and hopefully less death and torture and despair and more comedy. Just be an awesome I mean, come on. Could you imagine an Alexia Terabody type character alongside Fitz chivalry? It would just be hilarious, and I really, really love Robin Hobb's world building and her attention to detail and characterization, and same thing with Gail Carriger, and I love Gail Carriger's humor. I really think that Robin Hobb's books could benefit from a little bit of Gail Carriger humor, and it would just be awesome, and I don't know why I'm doing this. Question number 2 is, what is your favorite author collaboration, whether it be a short story collection or just a book that the authors work together on? So I'm going to go with Rogues, which has a ton of my favorite fantasy authors in it. I still haven't read it, actually. Funny story. Still need to buy it, but I want to get to it at some point because it literally contains nearly all of my favorite authors. George R.R. Martin, Scott Lynch, Patrick Rothfuss, Neil Gaiman. There's just so many authors. I need to get my hands on it because it's gotta be the most epic short story collection to have ever existed. No joke. Question number 3 is, if you could combine two stories and make them a book of their own, which would they be and what would the reworked title be? Another tricky one, I'm all about random pairings in this video, so for this question I'm going to choose Aragon and Emma by Jane Austen, and it's going to be called Love in the Time of Dragons. Doesn't that sound epic? It's going to be about this young woman who likes to matchmake people and dragons together, and it would be full of epicness and awesomeness. People would ride dragons, love would ensue, there would be romance and mishaps because of false romances, and it would just be full of a lot of sass and epicness, and I really don't know how else the story would go, but I just think the character of Emma inside the world of Aragon would just be absolutely hilarious. So I kind of want it to happen now. And these books are really heavy. Question number 4 is, what two characters from different books do you ship? I don't really ship characters that much, to be perfectly honest. I mean, even in TV shows I don't do it that often. So this is going to take some thinking. I finally came to a conclusion. Alexia Terabody and Locke Lamora. I think there would just be so much sass. I think Alexia Terabody could handle Locke Lamora better than Tabitha could. And I think that they would just be the best things ever for each other. It would just be full of so much sass and adventure. Please, write a short story, or somebody write fan fiction, because it needs to happen. Question number 5 is, what two worlds from different stories would you like to see come together to be one epic world? I'm going to go with the world from The Name of the Wind, with the world from The Prince of Thorns, which is something that I can't say right now because I realize it would be a spoiler. But anyway, I think it would just make a really fascinating world, especially if things like the Chandrians existed in this world and how Jurg would have to deal with that. I think it would just make for a really, really fascinating combination of worlds. And vice versa. How would Kvothe deal with Jurg? I don't know. It would just be interesting to see, and it would make for a very fascinating world. This leads us finally to question number 6. What duology, trilogy, or series would you have liked to see be combined into one book? I'm going to go with The Chronicles of Prydain by Lloyd Alexander. These are middle grade books, but they're awfully small, and I think that they could have been combined into one book. Some stuff could have been cut out, I think, maybe. It's been too long since I've actually read it. I need to reread it. That might be a more accurate statement if I had reread it. But I think that they could have been one book, or at least two. I don't think they could have been, I mean, they're so small. I mean, they could have just been to like one book or two books. I mean, I know they're made for like a middle grade young adult audience, you know, from the 1950s or whatever, but I think that they could have just been, they could have been one book. That's just my opinion, I think. Maybe? Who knows? Yes. Yes. Just my personal opinion. They're still very good individually, but, you know, that's just my thought on the matter. Alright guys, that was the book combo tag. I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know who I'm going to be tagging. Basically, if you haven't done this tag and you think it's awesome, feel free to do this tag, because I don't know who all has done it and who hasn't done it. I feel like I'm one of the last people to do it, but, you know, just do it if you feel like you should. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, happy reading. Bye!